We are on lesson 134 and we're going to do number skills right now. You will need page 108. It's the back side of what you did 2 lessons ago. So let's start the lesson. Today I want to review about 1/4 or 1/4. This is a circle. It's been cut into how many pieces? That's right. Let's count them though. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's cut into 4 pieces. That means we have fourths. If I take one of these fourths and take it out like that, I now have 1/4 of the circle. It's also called 1/4. And we write that for a circle. We cut into 4 pieces. It would be 1/4. That means it's 1 piece out of 4 pieces because we started with 4 pieces. Now we have 1 piece that we took out. That's how we do with a clock too. So let me put that one back. And here we have, like our Judy clock, we're going to review some time. This is set for 5 o'clock because we always do the shorthand first because we're always short before we're tall. So we look at the shorthand and it's pointing right at the 5. And the long hand or the minute hand is straight up. So we know it is 5 o'clock. And that would be 5 with the 2 dots and the 0, 0. But we're going to change this. We're going to take this all the way around halfway. We have to take this one halfway because both hands move at different speeds, but they both move. So this is halfway past the 5. This is halfway around the clock. So it is now, because it went past the 5, it is still 5 until it gets down to the 6. It's 5, and what do we call it whenever it's straight down, the minute hand? It's 30, just like it's written on here. So it is 5:30. Okay, let's go back up here and we are going to start a different one. Now, just like the quarter or the 1/4 that we did here, we're going to do 1/4 on the clock. So we are going to take this hand and go just 1/4 of the way around. So now it's at this number. But of course we have to move this just a little bit because it goes 1/4 of the way here. So when this comes down here, what is that number underneath? You see it's a 1 and a 5. So a 1 and a 5 is 15. So when we are at 1/4, it's at 15. Look at the shorthand is at just past the 5. So it's still at 5 in the 5 o'clock hour. Now we say it's at 5. Let me get my pen. It's still at 5. And this is at 1/5. So we're going to write that. Got to have the dots there. 1/5. So we read this 5:15. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to do a different time. It's going to be halfway between here. So you know this is going to be halfway around the clock. So it's going to be halfway past 3. So we call that sometimes 3:30. So we know that if it's 3:30 and this is down at the 30, it is, get my pen, it is 3:30. Okay, going back up to 5 o'clock. Now we're going to write a different time, or we're going to do a different time. This one is going to be half past. What do you think it's going to be half past? 7. So this is half past 7, or that's right, 7:30. Very good. Let's try another one. I'm going to pull this around, and it's halfway between 1 and 2. It didn't go to the 2 yet, so it is half past 1, which means it's 1:30. Very good. Now I'm going to have it go all the way down here, straight. Ooh, I think this is going to be an o'clock one because it's pointing right at that 4. So let's see. Oops, a little bit more. There we go. So now that it is straight at the 4, that means it is 4 o'clock. Okay, we're going to set that back to the original time. We're going to go to the next section, which is our part that is in between numbers. We just learned how to do that. So between 7 and 9, we have a number here missing. Let's look at our number columns. Between 7 and 9, we have a number here. What is that? It's number 8. So we're going to put in that space 8. So let's see if that works right. 7, 8, 9. It does. Now let's see if you can do this one. Between 3 and 5. What comes after 3? Okay, if you said 4, let's see, does 4 come before 5? Let's see if it works. 3, 4, 5. It does. So 4 would go in there. So if we're counting 13, 15. So what do you think would be in there? Let's go to our number chart. There's 13 and there's 15. What comes between the 3-teen and the 5-teen? Between 3 and 5 is 4. So let's go back here. So this would be a teen, but it'd be a teen of 4. It'd be the 14. That's right. 13, 14, 15. This next one's a little bit harder. Let's see, that's a 2-9. You know what family that's in? It's in the 20 family. And it's the bottom of the 20 family. Let's look at our families. We're all the way down here at the 29. What would come next? We'd have to go all the way to the top of the next column, and we're at 30. And then there's 31. Let's go back there. We have 29, that's at the bottom. What's at the next column, the top of it? Our daddy? It's a 30. That's right, 30. So we have 29, 30, 31. We're going to go ahead and go to the next slide. Let me see. Because I need you to get your paper ready, because we're going to go over that. Let's look at this top. It says write the number that comes after. Now we're going to probably need our chart here to do the paper. So remember, let's see, 29. Oh goodness, what's after 29? Let's look here. 20 family, and it's all the way down here. So if it's 29, what comes next? Write that in the box. If If you said 30, you're right. Because it's 29 is the bottom, you have to go to the top of the next family. The next number is 64. That is 64. Now we know it's going to be in the what family? 60 family. So we can go ahead and write that one in. So we go to the second digit, and that is a 4. What comes after 4? If you said 5, you're right. So we'll write there. Write the 5 in there. So after 64 is 65. Let's go to the next one. This is a daddy of the 40 family. So 40, what will come next? 41, that's right. Let's go to the next one. 75. What family? 70. So if you need to look at the chart down here, you can see the 7, 75. What comes next? 75. What comes after 5? It would be the 6. So it's a 7. Oops, it's not wanting to write. 75. And I think you know what comes after 10. Write that in there. We're going to go down here to the next section. Let me clear that section. That was a good practice. Here we have, this is our new one. The little hand went past the 5, but it's not to the 6 yet. So it is 5, and this one went 1/4 or a quarter past. So it's not 5:30, and it's not 5 o'clock. It would be 5:15, that's right. So do you see a 5:15 down here? I do. It's right there. Let's look at the next one. It's halfway, so it's halfway past 1. So half past 1 is 1:30. That's right. You know this one. The little hand is at 6, and the big hand, the long hand, is straight up, so you know it's an o'clock. So match that one up. On this one, it's half past 9, but not to 10 yet. So if it's half past what? Half past 9 or 9:30. Match that one up too. Okay, let's go down here. This is adding. You can do that on your own. Down here on the very bottom, it says color 7. 7. And we've learned that number word. So color 7. So make sure you only color 7 of these helicopters. Not 8, not 6, 7. Okay, that will be all for today.